go. All right, and hi. Halloween was a little over a month ago. Oh, so that's how you normally look. Didn't get a lot of playtime with the dog when you were little, did you? uh, oh, Cupcake, did that hurt your feelings? If you haven't noticed, I have a dark sense of humor. All right. All right, jokes aside. It is around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Actually, I got here quite a bit earlier, but gotta have a good bit of light to record, right? That aside, this morning I want to talk to you about winter baits and what I normally use. And these are liable to change as the winter goes, depending on what mood the fish are in, and weather, barometer, pressure, all that affects fish in general. Now, if you followed my channel, excuse me, Chinese is starting to back up on me. I had Chinese for dinner last night. It was good. Where was I? Shit. Oh, right. All right, baits. Winter baits. Focus. Anyways. All right, couple of things happened today. I want to talk to you about winter baits, what I normally use. The first thing to keep in mind, I'm going to say this over and over and over again, is patience. Slow rolling. Slow. Fish are cold and they're going to be very lethargic, but they're not going to stop feeding. But their feeding is going to slow. Their metabolism is going to slow. So think finesse. You're going to slow reel. That is the key today. I'm going to go over a couple of the baits and general technique, and yeah, you get it. Oh, and as an added treat for your viewing pleasure, rain, and lots of it is on the way, and wind, and it's really the it's hard to talk about winter when it's nearly 60 degrees right now, but with the wind and it gonna be overcast, yeah, it's cool for me. Yeah, so I'm trying out these pants. Got these yesterday. They say that they're waterproof. We will see. I did bring a change of clothes just in case. So, and it's game day. Really big, important game today. So, I won't be on the water for too long. Let's get on the water. Get packed up. Let's do this shit. Quit it. Now, these are not going to be any kind of particular order or anything. If you've watched my channel, you know I can be squirrel. Right there. You don't care. Everywhere, and we're just going to run with it. Some sort of jig, some sort of bottom jig. is going to be really important. I'm going with a little bit different color scheme. This is something new I'm trying out. This is a new jig. I do prefer jigs that have kind of a pointier head. Comes through cover quite a bit better. There's a lot of grass and a lot of vegetation on the bottom year round. It'll die off a bit, but it's still, I need something that's going to come through rocks, come through timber, things like that. So I do prefer to use something with a little bit more point to it, so it comes through cover a little bit better. Small. If anything you take away from this video, go smaller and go slower. Think the fish are lethargic, and a lot of times your fish count is going to drop significantly as the weather gets colder. And however, the bigger fish are gonna, how do I put this? All right, so the fish are gonna be more lethargic, but the bigger fish are gonna take bigger chances, perhaps. You're basically, the weather is going to weed out the small fish, but you're not going to get as many fish. But this is the time of year where you're going to get your big fish. Does that make any sense? Doesn't matter. It's my video. I'm going to say what I want. You don't like it? Well, too bad. You're stuck. You have to watch it now. You're dedicated. And if you haven't moved on, thank you. Whopper plopper. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Why would I throw a whopper plopper in the winter? All right, so hear me out. This is, I don't know if it's just my luck but early winter. This is kind of an early winter kind of thing. I tend to have better luck on a whopper plopper in December than I do any time of the year. That's just me. You know what? Wherever you're at, it may never work. But I do encourage you to at least try it, because I've gotten some monsters on a whopper plopper in the middle of December. I shit you not. If I can find the picture, I'll put it here. If not, then, but yeah. Wacky rig. Like I say, you cannot go wrong with a wacky rig. This is probably my biggest confidence bait, and I'm going with something very, very bright, very obnoxious today with that. So, and this is Yamamoto bait, and they sink really well, so I can get a lot of action out of it if I like. So I definitely encourage you to put on a wacky rig. Again, you're going to be slow rolling, and that means slow retrieve, just so we're clear. Small little swim bait. So cast into different areas, small swim bait. There you go. And last but certainly not least, a Ned rig. All right, so if you fish rivers and things like that, with a Ned rig, you're gonna get hung up. Do I recommend using some sort of weed guard? Absolutely. Is it gonna keep you from getting hung up? No. That is a negatory. Good buddy. Anyways, small bait, a good presentation, and this is a Z-Man soft plastic, They tend to do a little bit better in colder water. They don't get as stiff like other plastics do. Keep in mind, when the colder it gets, the stiffer plastics become. Z-Man doesn't get near as stiff. They'll keep a lot of their action. All right. I've talked enough. Let's go see if we can catch some fish. I have a good feeling about today. Oh, shoot. I'm glad I brought a spare change of clothes. One more cast on the top water. Oh. And the thing about winter fishing is, get in mind, don't so much, I'm going to go fishing and catch fish. I'm going to go fishing to get out of the house. That whole cabin fever thing. So don't plan to catch fish. Get excited about the bite. If you get a bite, woohoo! You have something to brag about. Yay, the rain has basically stopped. And the rain's back with a vengeance. There we go, little dink, little wacky rig. Pretty much never fails. What the hell was that? It was some sort of brown furry creature that just came out of that hole in the bank. It looked like a beaver. Do beavers burrow? Tell me, alright, leave in the comments. Do beavers burrow? Or is there some sort of amphibious mammal that, or that's probably not even the right term. Brown furry creature that swims and digs. Yeah. Oh. Well, I hope you learned something. It is time to get off the water. I am drenched. By the way, this is not a tutorial of how to fish in the rain. So I know I'm not the greatest at explaining things, and that's just how it is. This is my channel. It's my channel. I'll do what the hell I want with it. But in all reality, the baits I showed you earlier are really what I use. Generally what I start with, anyways. Give them a shot. What's it gonna hurt? Well, it's time to get packed up. I'm tired. Wound up with 3 for the day. All dinks. Right now is not winter. This is not winter fishing. But I used these winter techniques, these winter baits, to try to give you some sort of idea and give you the mindset of what to expect. Because winter fishing, it's not so much fishing. It's definitely not catching. It is more getting out on the water and hoping for the bite. Now I know I've said it. Now it's how it is. Anyways, if you liked what you saw, drop me a like, comment, all that good shit. I'm that guy with the fish. Where are you at? You definitely shouldn't be here. More rain's on the way, just so you know. Thank God I brought a change of clothes. Oh, before you go check out my last video. It will be here. Okay? Change of clothes. Very helpful. Did anything happen? Okay. Click that. Click that. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now.